Essentially what the sportsmen have done for the higher ranks in modified racing, and where would we be without the sportsmen right now? And there's so many cars in that. So great vision by those involved in making this division happen, the crate sprint cars. As we get ready for the HRW Automotive Mini Stocks, the first of 3 qualifying heats. This one brought to you by Lucas Oil Products. Daniel McKay is on the front row in the 13M, and Mike Taylor on his outside. Row number 2, the 79 of Steve Miller, and the 23 of Dusty DeBoer. Row 3 will be the 26 of Tim Newell, and the 54 of Christopher French. Row 4, the 4W of Wade Thorne, and the 6 of Jason Dixon. Row 5, the 05 of Dave Goodacre, and the 6X of Mike Sarantakos. And in the back row, the 69 of Rob Twitchett, the 64 of Doug Erskine. Lucas Oil Products heat race number 1 gets the green flag.
17 and Mike Taylor got the better jump off of that start, leaving Danny McKay in the background. In fact, too good of a jump, as Doug Leonard says, yellow, yellow, yellow. Steve Miller making a pass for third place in slow motion.
We've talked a lot about Action Expo already. Don't forget, at the end of this month,
schedule. That's a bummer.
Out west?
Yeah, I mean, that's the day we fly out west. I'll be here for the Monday, which is a fun night of racing.
So go to OhswekenSpeedway.com and you can get all the ticket information for those 2 big shows as well. And then, of course, the Triple Crown Showdown. The big blocks are back in August. I can't wait for that. I grew up a modified fan. Awesome to have them back at the Big O this year as well. Coming to the green flag. That's a better start. McKay and DeBoer will go down into corner number 1.
McKay got a better start from the second row that he did from the first row as he's battling through the middle, but look at him getting swallowed up.
Yeah, here comes DeBoer on that outside line, a graduate of the Bomber Division in that 23 machine, and there he is out in front, that Mert Timpson Auto Mustang in the front of the field, but McKay will fight back in the bottom. He'll lead the lap.
Danny McKay leads the way on the bottom. There's a train along the bottom of the racetrack, but look at the run. Newell gets out of the middle. Wade Thorne working his way through the field in that 4 machine, and DeBoer's not giving up either, up on the outside in that white and red number 23.
McKay, your leader. Thorne in second, 3 wide for the 3rd spot. Dixon, Newell, DeBoer. Dixon on that inside line has the 3rd spot, but here comes DeBoer again. He's got that steam, that head of steam going down the backstretch.
Doug Erskine closing in as well. The orange and white number 64 out of Hamilton has problems for Wade Thorne. He slows up and heads to the outside groove, taps the wall out of turn 4. Right rear damage from the looks of it on that 4 machine of Wade Thorne.
Looks like he'll continue on with the white walls and all. McKay leading the way. Dixon in the 2nd spot. DeBoer committed to the outside line. It's been a rocky line in some spots for that 23.
Learning a lot every lap as Dixon trying to close the gap on McKay. Then as DeBoer and Tim Newell, 3rd and 4th, still right in the mix of that battle for the lead.
McKay, your leader, Dixon 2nd, and troubles again down the front stretch for Wade Thorne as he may take that car to the pits this time around. So we're about to see the white flag in Lucas Oil Products heat race number 1.
One more lap. McKay comes up off the bottom. Dixon looking to the inside as they head down the front straightaway.
McKay in that middle groove. Here comes Dixon's got a good run on that bottom side right up against the wall. They'll go wheel to wheel down the backstretch. Final time through 3 and 4. Who's going to win it?
Dixon drives it in deep on the inside groove. Dusty DeBoer making an appearance on the outside, closing in. Got closer than I thought, and here goes Newell. Problems for Dixon. What a finish. Jason Dixon with the win. Tim Newell 2nd, Dusty DeBoer 3rd, Daniel McKay 4th, and Rob Twitchett rounds out the top 5. And the way Dusty DeBoer ran the outside into 3 and 4, I mean, he was right there the whole time, but all of a sudden, he was in the mix for a win.
He ended up 3rd, and it was a closer 3rd than we thought it was going to be. Jason Dixon's car was spitting and sputtering at the line. That's Products heat race number 1. 2nd qualifying heat brought to you by Caledonia Auto Supply. Martin Schroeder on the pole in this one in the 60 machine. To his outside will be the 21 of Jonathan Ayrton. Row number 2, the 13 of Bobby Tolton and the 16J of Jeremy May. Row 3 will be the 96 of Brian Crosgrove and the 2 of Matt Newell. Row 4, the 49 of Gary Hodgson, the 222 of Nick Massey. Row 5, the 16 of Fabio Olivieri and the 19 of Kyle Wirt. And then we've got the 66X of Brandon Janssens and the 60 66 of John Jansen's in that back row. Now, Brandon Jansen's is in what is actually the 60X tonight. He does not have his black and green 66X here this evening.
Nick Massey, of course, our most recent winner in this mini stock division. He'll start from the 8th position.
Yeah, unfortunately, we didn't get to talk to the winners last time we competed, as we were trying to beat the weather that night. As Jonathan Ayrton leads him into corner number 1 with Martin Schroeder and Bobby Tolton. Bobby was quickest in hot laps. Here he is out in front.
Ayrton working that outside groove. Tolton fighting him on the bottom in that 13 machine side by side through 3 and 4, and Tolton gets out of shape. That allows Ayrton to pull away.
Martin Schroeder got a little squirrely in 3 and 4 as well. That slowed up Jeremy May on that outside line. Good battle from 3rd on back. They're 4 wide through the 2nd corner.
No surprise at all in this division. It's what we've become accustomed to seeing. But at the front, there's just 2 of them for now, but they're having a great battle.
Cross the stripe this time by Jonathan Ayrton will lead lap number 2. 4 to go in this one. Tolton on the bottom. Another one of those former asphalt competitors moving here to the dirt. And he's doing a nice job out in front, the Amsoil 13.
Wow, big contact towards the back of the field. The 19 of Kyle Wirt, I think, got the worst end of that as he is limping his way through 3 and 4.
I thought maybe there was problems on the 60X, but doesn't appear to be any, as Kyle Wirt, yeah, he's got the little bit of camber going on in the right front.
Little bit more than you want to see to be competitive.
2 to go this time around for Bobby Tolton, doing a beautiful job out there as your leader. Then it's that 21 of Jonathan Ayrton. Newell in 3rd. John Jansen's there in 4th. Gary Hodgson's holding on to a top 5 right now.
Still battling all through this field. It's either your mic or my ears cutting out a fair bit here, Greg. As they take the white flag. Tolton out in front by quite a bit. Now Ayrton's going to try to hold on to 2nd over Matt Newell and John Jansen's.
Bobby Tolton leading a sizable advantage over the 21 of Ayrton and the 2 of Newell as they come by. This time the checkered flag will fly in the 2nd qualifying heat. The win will go to Bobby Tolton. Then it's Jonathan Ayrton, Newell, Jansen's, and Hodgson, your top 5. Olivieri will come home in 6th, May in 7th, and Nick Massey. And the 60 of Martin Schroeder, followed by Brandon Jansen's, Brian Crosgrove, and Kyle Wirt. So get ready for the 3rd and final qualifying heat. This one brought to you by Miska Trailer Factory. Tanner Fox is in this qualifying heat, for those wondering. Starting on the pole, the 63. On the outside of the 9 will be Tim DeBoer. Starting in the 2nd row on the inside, the 11 of the Pinball, Mike Giberson. And lining up 4th in car number 4 is Aaron Rowitsky. Rolling off in 5th. The 63 is Brandon Crumby, and the point leader to his outside in the 6th starting spot in the 21X, it's Mark Bazine. Row number 4, the 81 of Carl Salt, and the 29X of Davey Boughton doing double duty here tonight. Starting in the inside of row number 5, the 43C of Andy Reichman driving Clinton Nichols' car this evening, and his outside is the T-Fox number 5, that is Tanner Fox. 5 million followers on YouTube, so that's the reason for the number 5. Lucas Lubin in the 13X. Good to have Lucas Lubin back here tonight. And his outside, the 11P of Patrick Abramson. We've also got the 8 of Barry Westman and the 265 of Mike Evers. Green flag in the air, the final qualifying heat of the evening.
They charge down the front straightaway into turn number 1. 3 wide for the lead. Rowitsky up on the outside. Tim DeBoer in the 9 in the middle, and down low it's Dave Crumby in the 63. They still run 3 wide down into 3 and 4.
Rowitsky on that outside line. Oh, he's going to come close to the wall. Crumby, meanwhile, is way down to the extreme bottom. Tim DeBoer in that middle lane. Good battle. Whoa, Tim DeBoer gets some big air down in the bumps in 1.
And Tanner Fox, welcome to Ohsweken, just made contact with the pinball, Mike Giberson. That's like getting screeched into the racetrack.
Coming across the line, Dave Crumby leading the way. Aaron Rowitsky second, and here comes Mark Bazine. No stranger to the front of the pack. He's right there to the outside of Tim DeBoer in the 9. Davey Boughton up in that top 5 as well.
What a great battle for that second position. They're all racing behind Crumby, but they've been 3 wide from the drop of the green flag, but I can't help it. I'm watching Tanner Fox in a bit of an unorthodox racing line, but boy, oh boy, is he fun.
He's holding his own. I'll give him that out there right now. Running in that middle lane. Now he goes up high, but at the front, Dave Crumby trying to hold off Mark Bazine. A couple of drivers with wins already this year.
2 laps to go, twice more around. And Bazine, he's got that second spot. Let's see if he can close in on Crumby.
Tanner Fox side by side with a wily veteran, Mike Evers, right now.
Can Bazine do it? He races down into 3 and 4. The white flag will be in the air. That means 1 more lap to go.
Dave Crumby, your leader. Bazine second. Tim DeBoer and Aaron Rowitsky having a good fight right now for that 3rd position in the 9 and the 4. And Davey Boughton is right there in striking distance as well in 5th.
It's going to be a wild finish. 1 more time around 3 and 4. Crumby with the advantage. Bazine looking to the inside. No, he's going to drive up to the high side. Crumby with the win. Bazine second. DeBoer 3rd. Rowitsky 4th. Boughton 5th. Crumby in 6th. And Tanner Fox going to hold on to finish in 10th, I believe.
So that concludes qualifying heats as we get ready for our first feature of the night, the Gales Auto Aftermarket Bomber Division.
Good job by our drivers to get through qualifying heats by 8:40. Like to see that.
Starting on the pole and this
second row inside, Christopher French in the 54, and alongside him starting in 4th will be the 4W of Wade Thorne. Scheduled to roll off 5th, the 05 is Dave Goodacre. The 60 is Martin Schroeder. 96 of Brian Crosgrove should start 7th. On the outside will be 222 of Nick Mazzy. Kyle Wirt on the 19 should start 9th if he made the repairs, and on the outside of him will be the 66X of Brandon Janssens. Mike Giberson in the 11, and the 43C is Andy Rickman. Lucas Lubin in the 13X alongside the 11P of Patrick Abramson. Barry Westman drives the number 8 machine. Tanner Fox in the red number 5. And Mike Evers in the 265. And it looks like Tanner Fox, possibly they've given him a provisional into the feature, or possibly he's not going to make the call.
Maybe a provisional, Adam.
So a provisional start being told for Tanner Fox, as Andy Reichman was one of the other drivers not making the call in this one. 4-5 wide through the second corner. Wow, Brandon Janssens trying to get ahead of steam. They're not running in his normal car, so having to do some work here in the B main, and now he's got problems. He goes high in 4.
Brandon Janssen way up the racetrack, getting out of harm's way, slow down the front straightaway.
The defending champion,
Barry Westman with a flat right rear tire.
And it looks like he will bring out the caution here possibly as the field comes across the line to complete the second lap, and now Westman will fire the car.
Promoter's choice, as they used to call that, Greg Kalner.
Yeah, for Tanner Fox.
And I love it. If NASCAR can put Jeff Gordon in the chase, then by goodness we can start Tanner Fox 29th in the feature. Event.
And right now it's Lucas Lubin, the final car. Good to see Lucas back in that 13X.
Absolutely. You know, it's sad to me to see some of the old guard, Barry Westman, Mike Evers, Mike Giberson, Steve Miller in the 79, all relegated to the B main, but the sport is really advanced.
Absolutely has. And still here in the fight is Steve Miller. He's up there in a transfer spot as we come back to the green flag. And Dave Goodacre also up there in the thick of it.
As they run, 3 cars on the racetrack will not qualify for the feature event. Everybody else is in the running, including Kyle Wirt, who streaks to the inside of Cosgrove to take the lead, but that could be short-lived as here comes Nick Mazzy.
They're 3 by 3 right now, and only 4 of those 6 cars will transfer as they come off of corner number 4. Top 3 have broken away.
And the last 3 are almost broken out there as they bounce off each other on the front stretch. There is no give up in these drivers, though. Top 3 out in front. They are safe. The bottom 3 will not make it in the middle. It's not where you want to be, but it's where you got to be.
Yeah, Martin Schroeder gets all sorts of sideways off of corner 4, gathers it back up. Miller works to the outside of him. Meanwhile, it's Kyle Wirt at the front, Nick Massey in second, Brian Cosgrove third comfortably. Anyone from there on back, not so comfortable at this point.
No comfort at all, as here comes Mike Evers. He's won a lot of feature races over the years at Ohsweken Speedway. He doesn't want to watch this feature event. He wants to race in it.
4 laps left to go. We're at the halfway point for Kyle Wirt, Nick Massey, and Brian Cosgrove starting to slip back into the clutches of this pack, and essentially that middle pack, one of those cars won't make it. Right now it's that 79 of Steve Miller on the outside looking in.
I think that pack's going to be a little bit bigger before we get to the end of this race. Cosgrove is slowing down. Steve Miller is not going to give up, so he's going to close in. Meanwhile, Nick Mazzy looking to mount a challenge on the lead, but watch these cars towards the back. Lubin has to check up.
So Brian Cosgrove has slipped into the clutches of Patrick Abramson. 2 to go. Up at the front, Kyle Wirt. And now Nick Massey has caught him in the challenge for the lead. Cosgrove drops a spot as Abramson moves into third. Cosgrove back to fourth, and it's Evers, Lucas Lubin, Martin Schroeder in the 60, the final transfer car, but he's trying to hold off the 79 of Steve Miller.
Evers was running 8th a couple laps ago. He is now into the 4th spot. Solidly into the show. 1 more lap to go.
Yeah, you want to talk wily veteran. That is Mike Evers to a T right now, as he's right there in that 4th spot in that 265. Many laps around that track, around this track in that car. Checkers coming out. Massey's gotten by Kyle Wirt for the lead, and he will pick up, well, not so close. Whoa, Massey gets it over Wirt at the line. Close call there. Abramson third. 4th is Evers. 5th is Lubin. 6th goes to Cosgrove, who was running 3rd at one point, slipped back to 6th. And Martin Schroeder in the 60 will be the final transfer car. So Steve Miller, Dave Goodacre, and Mike Geiber, 265 of Mike Evers, and the 13X of Lucas Lubin. And in row number 14, the 96 of Brian Cosgrove, and the 60 of Martin Schroeder.
And rounding out the field, Greg Calnan.
All right, I'm drawing the number. I don't have a ticket, so you can trust me.
From San Diego, California, driving the number 5, Tanner Fox.
Winning 50-50 number 215808. 215808. If you have that number, come up to the announce tower and claim your prize. The winning amount, $977.50. Yeah, Tanner Fox at the back of this field as the promoter's choice. Final feature of the night, double greens in the air from Kyle McKenzie. We are underway, and they're already fanned out 5 wide into corner 1.
That was a horrible-looking start by everybody who was not the pole sitter in the inside lane.
Jason Dixon in the 6 with problems, as the 11P has problems as well. Patrick Abramson, I don't know how everyone missed the 6 in corner 2.
You know, I understand being able to pull out of line, but not before the leader fires. Like, they were fanned out 4 wide.
I'm not even sure how you would penalize any of them. Invert the field?
You would go down with the flag and you would knock them right in the helmet. They're wearing a helmet. It's okay.
So Patrick Abramson in the Newell, and now Rob Twitchett will slide up from the outside line where Jason Dixon was on the original start. Kyle McKenzie, double greens in hand, will try it all over again.
Now watch this, 2nd and 3rd row. If they fan out again, I'm going to lose my dinner. They're 5 wide.
5
before
wide
the green
again.
flag.
Unbelievable start here as Newell looks to the inside of McKay. Wow. They're still 5 wide off of corner 2.
Streaking down the back straightaway into turn number 3.
Oh,
we got one losing the front bumper. I believe that's McKay.
yeah, the pole sitter. And there it goes. Chewed out the back end of the car in several pieces. 4 wide for second. Look at them down the backstretch. Tolton, Ayrton in the middle, Newell in that yellow 26, and Rob Twitchett on the extreme outside.
Rob Twitchett way up in that outside groove. There's almost too much going on at any given time to really call.
Whoa, Sarantakos gets sideways off of corner 2. That stacks them up.
Sarantakos back up to speed, but not really.
Talk about Talladega Nights, folks. Here they come. Another 5 wide off the 4th corner. Bobby Tolton leads the way. Dusty DeBoer in second. Rob Twitchett running third. Oh, he gets really twitchy off the 2nd corner. 4 wide into the fence hard. Twitchett gets gathered up. Gary Hodgson. Oh, they all pile in, and you could feel this one coming. Tanner Fox involved.
Yeah, some hard impacts there on the back straightaway. Tanner Fox spins to a stop. Was that Davey Boughton that came in there? There was one black car that was still going pretty quick. Is it Lubin?
No, I believe it's the 4 of Aaron Rowitsky, is it not? On the outside, up on the high side of corner 3. I think it's Aaron Rowitsky in the 4. On the outside of Martin Schroeder, he took a hard impact. But, yeah, okay, now I see Davey Boughton as well.
Yeah, there was one that went in
hard. Now, Davey seems to be...
So safety personnel at just about every car down there. Reporting back, Clinton Jeffrey on the scene as well. I think that's him poking his head in on Tanner Fox. Did you get that on camera?
Are you coming back tomorrow?
No, I think that's good. He's kind of giving him directions on where he needs to go from here, so that's a good thing. Clint, what did Tanner think of that action?
Let's say it was a couple of crazy words and awesome after it. So I think his mom probably got a gulper on that one, though, on the backstretch here. But Tanner Fox say okay. He says he's going to continue rolling. A lot of wrecked cars here, though.
I'm watching the replay right now of it.
Oh, okay. So it was 63 of Crumby that got into the wall first, and then Rowitsky was up on the outside line and plowed in, as did Davey Boughton.
Well, May car wrecked pretty good. The Crumby machine, I don't think it's going to see another race, guys. It is damaged on all corners. And nose taken off, rad punched out. The Boughton 29 we'll get a look at here in a minute and check it out.
Are all drivers accounted for?
All drivers are accounted for and A-OK.
Excellent.
Hodgson with some heavy damage here as well, but all the drivers are okay.
I'm watching a replay down here over and over again on Clayton John's computer. Great camera work. They were showing Tanner Fox and then panned up to the accident.
Man, there were some hard hits there.
And you know what? There was some good driving in terms of minimizing the type of impact you were going to have as well.
But we could see this starting, Adam. 2 starts, the original and the retry. They were 5, 6 wide, fanning out before they even got to the start-finish line. And it was just pandemonium. You could feel that big one was about to hit, and it did.
Well, almost before the green. Clint, have you been watching these green flags?
He's pleading the 5th.
What is the rule? Like, I know you can fan out, but you're not supposed to be able to hit the throttle before the leader does, are you?
Well, basically, when the leader takes off, it is open, wild season.
So if the leader doesn't take off and I'm starting 7th, can I cross the start-finish line first?
If the leader gets to the start box and doesn't move, they will throw the green, and if the leader don't go, you can absolutely go around them. That makes sense?
It makes sense, but there was a time when you had better educated opinions, Clinton. You're
Wow.
a politician, Clinton Jeffrey. That's what you are.
No, I'm actually speechless looking at the Crumbie machine here. Unbelievable.
Yeah, watching this video replay, those are some of the hardest hits I've seen in this class in a long time.
He's a politician. He knew how to change the subject, too, there. I mean, you got your thinking turned. And
Back next Friday.
Yeah. Chopper. Maybe you can go in the car. Come on. You've got experience. You got experience.
Yeah, you want to put on a show? Let's charge pay-per-view for me trying to get into that Steve Lyon suit that they got Tanner Fox into.
We'll just see how good those epic racewear suits are. Double stitched. Well, that will do it here tonight for Durnan Motors and Bradshaw Brothers Night at the Speedway. Thank you for joining us. And again, we'll be back next week as it's Frankie Turkey Memorial Night. It's also Media Appreciation Night next Friday night, a full card of our regular 5 divisions, plus double features now for the HRW Automotive Ministock. So thank you very much for joining us. On behalf of the Styres family, all the crew and officials that make this race night happen, and thank you to my co-announcers, Clinton Jeffrey and Adam Ross. My name is Greg Kelman saying so long. We'll see you right back here tomorrow for Action Expo. The gates open at noon, rain or shine. Going to be an action-packed day. And then, of course, we'll see you right back here with more Friday night excitement next Friday night. Have a good night, everyone.